biking laws? I think they're good. Yeah.
I think that the biking laws are, for the most part, 9 times out of 10, totally fair and reasonable laws.
For the most part, I mean, I believe the laws are quite similar to those for driving a car, and I try to abide by most of them.
Okay.
I don't know, I think they're fine. Do you want me to like say what I know about them?
Yeah, what do you know about them?
I don't know, I think cyclists are allowed full use of the lane, but I guess I don't really know exactly what the biking laws are or what you're talking about, but I feel like at least in San Francisco where I came from, like I feel like I have an understanding of biking laws and that yeah, cyclists can have full use of the lane if they need it, but it's better to stay, on their part, like closer to the left side, right side.
It's been pretty calm, but I've definitely, I've been riding as my primary form of transportation here for like 8 years, I guess, and so I definitely had my fair share of accidents and collisions with cars for, a varying number of reasons. Sometimes my fault and sometimes theirs.
I almost got ran over by a U-Haul, but that was kind of crazy when I was crossing a street with with the walk signal. I was crossing that way, and a U-Haul came around the corner without stopping and almost ran me over, but that's probably my wildest.
I haven't had any accidents yet. I've been biking for almost 1 year now. We've had a couple of close calls, and whether or not they were my fault or the fault of a driver, I'm not quite sure.
Story.
Okay.
My friend came to visit me from San Francisco when we were riding around, I think we were on Multnomah, kind of near the mall. We were just riding in the bike lane, and then there was a truck or something parked in the bike lane, and so we got over, and this car got really aggro at us, and was yelling at us and threatening to like beat us up.
Oh, wow.
It was a woman. She was like, and we were like, I don't know. It's just like, it's road rage or whatever,
right.
But it just doesn't make any sense with why people can get so angry at like someone just trying to get somewhere, But I guess they just can't see the whole picture. To them, we're like a nuisance or something. But we were at a stoplight too. It's not like we were slowing down traffic or anything.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Do you feel safe while riding your bike?
I do, for the most part.
Okay. And do you feel safe while riding your bike?
I do, yes.
Do you feel safe while riding your bike?
That's a good question. It depends on what time of day, because I ride in the morning and I ride home in the evening. It's usually rush hour, so I have to be extra cautious, always looking behind and to the sides and making sure I have a really good view of everything around me.
Well, that's nice.
I think that there's definitely room for improvement still, but I think that those things are being worked towards, and I think the mayor-elect Sam Adams is coming from the Department of Transportation, and he's a bike commuter, so I feel like there's been, just since he's been in charge, there's been a lot of positive changes in bike laws, and they're starting to do, you see them sometimes around town, those green bike boxes, which are like for bikers in cars where you're sharing an intersection. It lets the bikers come all the way to the front of the pack so everyone can see them, because most of the accidents that have happened, the really bad ones that have happened in the past year or so, have been cars, bikers in the bike lane, and then cars not seeing them and taking a right turn in front of them and running them over. So I mean, there's like definitely improvements that could be made, but in comparison to other cities in America, Portland is really a great place to ride bikes. It's an awesome way to get around.
I think more street lights for like the walk signals that are accessible from your bicycle. I think those are really nice. I think that having more of those would be really helpful.
Okay, thank you.
There is one, there's like the dream of mine is that there would be at least like 4 to 6 streets in the city that were bike only, and they could run from like northeast to southeast and northwest to southwest. Just like a grid of bike only streets would be really nice. We could bump up cyclist safety hugely, and kind of get rid of any serious fears.
I think it's really awesome. It's a good way to get around, and I think that the drivers overall are pretty respectful of cyclists and just aware of them.
Okay.
I rode my bike across America last summer, and there are a lot of places where people aren't as aware. They don't think cyclists should be on the road at all. Period. So we got yelled at a lot, and threatened and things like that. So it's kind of ridiculous, but Portland's it's good.
Cool. Great. Back to you, 7 Angry Students.